Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this one. This is my Series 2, Episode 4 preview for Doctor Who's next Saturday episode, which is Lucky Day. Lucky Day, of course, which will be written by Peter Charles and directed by Peter Hall. Back on Earth, Ruby Sunday, Mae Gibson is recovering from the knife of the Doctor and finds a new boyfriend. But when Conrad tries to give up to Ruby's ideals to become as brave as the Doctor, a world of danger opens up. For a long time, the episode was told meanwhile, because we've all wondered what happened to the Doctor's companions back on Earth once the adventure stopped. We've seen the wonderful Sarah Jane Smith investigate aliens don't know from at it, and lots of old companions are now being conscripted into a unit because they've got so much experience of events beyond this world. But Ruby is still young, barely 20, still exploring her family and still working on what she needs to do in life. So it was a great delight to hand this episode over to Pete Charles and such great writer of the human heart and for him to explore what happens once the Doctor is done. All that plus monsters, unit, Kate, Shirley, Dunt, helicopters, creepy in this phase, and a case of a lost Doctor and movie story too. So that is the episode description then. So we will start off with the images. What should we start off with? We'll start off with this one, which I showed you in my preview for for the whole series. So we had unboxed that image then. And obviously you see Ruby meets Conrad. They dawn Ruby doors on his podcast near the start of the episode, and then Conrad wants Ruby to basically expose the Doctor's secrets, basically. And of course, we have seen images of Conrad as a little boy meeting the Doctor and being in the year 2007, and Conrad was just a kid. And the Doctor gives Conrad 50p, I think it is, that has been leaked. Gives him 50p for bad or sweet or something like that. But whenever the Doctor gives something away, it never ends well, does it? Never ends well. And Conrad has got a massive part to play in the finale as well. So this is a bit of a lead up to what would happen to Conrad, especially in the build up to the finale as well. Who is that hooded figure, that shadow figure behind the Doctor and Ruby? Overlooking the Doctor and Ruby. That's very interesting, isn't it? Who that could be hiding that shadow. And obviously you got the Doctor and Ruby. You do see Ruby have a bit of dun around her neck. So it's a bit of a flashback scene between her and the Doctor, to be fair. I think it's from Space Babies, like a flashback. A scene from Space Babies, I think it is. Next set of images then, obviously Ruby and Conrad going out for dinner. Obviously there's the image on your bottom right of the Doctor and Belinda meeting the nun Conrad. And when the Doctor and Ruby have that flashback scene with Ruby having done around her neck, it's quite interesting that Conrad has done around his neck as well, which is quite interesting. And obviously more images from episode 4. There we go. Conrad nods and he's not done. Same as Ruby. And in the flashback scene, in the film scene, you do see plastic statues, and we all know what they are. If we all remember the episode words from Christopher Eccleston, they are, well, we all think they're going to be Utons, of course, which would be good just to bring them back, because they've not been Doctor Who for quite a while, Utons. So it'd be great to see that, wouldn't it? These plastic creatures that are Utons, of course. even more images. You got Unit. Unit will be in this episode, and we got the terrifying creature parts that has been, well, was kept in the vault by Kate Stewart, but has somehow got out. I just got a feeling Conrad has something to do with it. I really do. Especially when you look at this image on the bottom right, you see Conrad and this creature called, I think it's called the Shriek. I think that's what it's going to be called for this episode. I think Conrad in this episode he's more for Dudley, isn't he? He's more for Dudley, and then once we get to the finale, I think he'll end up being the bad one and the bad guy because he wants to be as brave as the Doctor. As we saw in that episode description. And the final set of images, I think this is more in the first image you see a 50p wound Conrad's neck that Dr. David and Ruby obviously looking at that necklace, and then you see the Shriek. Of course, in another image as well. And I think that's going to be the image where Unit and Conrad, I think they all work together to try and protect Conrad from that Shriek as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Season 2, episode 4 preview. But like I said, I don't think Conrad is as seen as he is as he thinks he is. I don't think he is a nice guy at all. I don't think he'll end up being a nice guy. I think in the finale he will be possessed of being a villain. Maybe as part of the Unholy Trinity, one of the Unholy Trinity, along with Mrs. Flood and whoever the big bad God villain's gonna be. Which is either going to be the Tritzer, or is it rumored to be the Tritzer or a Meda. So I think Conrad is going to be more of a villain in the finale. I think this is more of the build up to Conrad's story, and Conrad probably wants to be as brave as the Doctor, even more powerful, you could say, as the Doctor, to try and appease Ruby, sort of thing. But wow, also, I think there's something more to the Shriek as well, this creature. Yeah, maybe to try and expose Unit's secrets as well. I think that's what it was there for months ago. I think that was the lead. It's more to expose Unit's secrets, and I think there's going to be a big twist plot to it. I do think Conrad is definitely behind it, in my opinion. Because I know he may seem as a good guy, but he's already said in these episodes he wants to be as brave as the Doctor as well, which will make him be a villain in the finale as well. Obviously, good to see Ruby as well. Obviously, Ruby back again. Obviously, I think it was only Ruby in one episode last year as well, wasn't it? 73 yards, of course. So this is quite similar then, where it's going to be Ruby playing the part. We won't be seeing Doctor at the end in this episode, apart from in that scene with Non-Conrad. So it's going to be. So the whole episode is going to be Unit, Conrad, Ruby, and obviously the Shriek creature as well. That probably escapes the vault at Unit, and then then chaos will happen basically. So that is what's to look forward to in series 2, episode 4. Feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments on what you think is going to happen in episode 4. Take care, stay safe, and see you all for the episode 4 review.